maybe they're not stupid and it's too hot out here to be chasing anything. So they're probably the smart ones. Hi guys, welcome back. I am having such a great day today. You know those days that are just really productive and you get a bunch of good news that you've been waiting for? That is the kind of day that I've had. But let's talk about this video. As promised, today's video is going to be another get to know me video, but unlike the previous get to know me video in which I answered fitness related questions about myself, this one tackles questions of a more personal nature. Now, there are 100 questions in this list, so let's get started so that we won't be here all night. I'm just joking. I would never keep you here all night, but you might want to grab a glass of wine, some tea, some coffee, whatever. Okay. Question number 1. What does your name mean? My name means pure ray of sunshine. What is your star sign? I'm a Libra. How tall are you? I'm 5'10". Are you competitive? So competitive. Describe yourself in one sentence. Crazy, sexy, cool. Which of your parents are you more like? My dad. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Be happy today. Don't wait for the perfect house, job, body, boyfriend. You're always going to have things that are missing in your life. So if you wait to be happy, you're never going to be happy. Who's your hero? My daddy. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? Boston, hands down. I know I should say some European city or some exotic tropical island, but I love Boston. It is definitely my favorite city. What is your biggest fear? Mediocrity. If you were not a doctor, what would your profession be? I would probably be one of those stagers. You know, you go into a house and you completely decorate it so that it can be sold because the previous owners didn't know how to decorate it, and so people hate the house. Because I love interior design. Or I'd be a Victoria's Secret model. Okay. What would you change about yourself if you could? My incessant habit of worrying about everything. What really makes you angry? Okay. This is because of the OCD traits that I have. I hate it when I'm focused on doing something and someone interrupts me. Messes up my flow. It just chaps my hide. Okay. What motivates you to work hard? Deciding. Once I decide to do something, I'm going to work hard at it. What is your favorite thing about your career? Come on, I can cure diseases. Like, that's really, really cool. What is your biggest complaint about your job? Patients Googling things and then believing that what they find on Google is fact. What is your proudest accomplishment? Becoming a surgeon. I think the percentage of surgeons, the percentage of people in this country who are Black, female, and a surgeon is some ridiculously low number, like 0.01% or something like that. What is your favorite book to read? Come on. I read a lot, and I have read a lot of books in my lifetime, so I can't really answer that question because there are so many books that I love. But Born to Run is a great book. If you haven't read that, then you should, especially if you are a runner. But even if you're not a runner, reading that book will still make you feel like you're badass and like you can accomplish anything. What makes you laugh the most? The HBO show Veep. They are hilarious. They are so politically incorrect. They will say and do anything, and it's the funniest show that I've ever watched. What was the last movie you went to, and what did you think? I took my daughter to see Wonder Woman. It was okay, but I do like Chris Pine, you know, one of the many white Chris's in Hollywood. That's not racist, but if you have not seen Chris Pine's monologue from when he hosted Saturday Night Live recently, you should look that up. It's hilarious. What did you want to be when you were little? I wanted to be a doctor, and I accomplished that. So let's see, what's next? So many things. What is your favorite sport to watch and then to play? So to watch, I love NFL football, and I can't wait for the season to begin. And to play would have to be volleyball or tennis. What would you rather ride? A bike, a horse, or drive in a car? A horse, no question, because I hate driving. I will know that I have made it when I have a full-time driver. That is my dream in life. Okay. What would you sing at karaoke night? Something by NWA. What is the last song that you listened to? Best of My Love by The Emotions, circa 1977. If you could hire someone to help you, would it be with cleaning, cooking, or yard work? Well, I love to cook, so I don't need anyone to cook for me. We have a yard guy, and I am always looking for a housekeeper, so it would be a housekeeper. Who is your favorite author? I'm not answering that because that's impossible. Do you have any nicknames? Yes. My dad called me Boo and Spooky because apparently I was a very skittish infant. And my mom calls me Nick or Nikki. I don't know why. My friends from high school call me KP or Blondie because I was the only non-blonde girl in my class. Not literally, but close. Okay, let's see. What are the top 5 albums of all time? I love music, and I have so much music. In fact, I just got from my mom my dad's record collection, so I am super psyched about that. I need a turntable because I don't have one, but I'm going to buy one of those, and I cannot wait because I love the way that records sound. So top 5 albums, can't even, I mean, there's so many, but I will just say the top 5 that come to my mind that I love in no particular order would be Anita Baker, The Songstress, Dave Matthews, Before These Crowded Streets, Sting, Fields of Gold, Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds, Earth, Wind and Fire, any of the best of albums, Aretha Franklin, So Damn Happy, Amy Winehouse, Back to Black. I know that's more than 5, but you get the picture. All right. In the evening, would you rather play a game, visit a relative, watch a movie, or read? It depends on whether I've worked that day or what I've been doing. So on the days that I work, I typically get home late. All I want to do is take a shower and get in bed. If I haven't worked on that day, I mean, any of those, probably visit with people or have people over. That would be the most fun. Let's see. Oh, no. Would you rather vacation in Hawaii or Alaska, and why? Well, Hawaii, beaches, warm weather, bikinis. What makes you cry? I'm not a big crier, but the movie Secretariat, not the whole movie, there's just one segment every single time. It makes me cry. I know it's coming. I know what it's about. I know how the movie ends. I know I don't know what it is about this one particular, and I can't help it. Like I say to myself, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Every time I cry, it's stupid. I don't know. My camera's flashing and I don't know what that means. Okay, I have no idea. Hopefully it's recording. It says it's recording. Okay, what is next? Who would you want to be stranded with on a deserted island? My fiance, because he's resourceful and crafty enough to get us off of the island. I mean, get your mind out of the gutter. Okay, if money were no object, what would you do all day? Make YouTube videos. How would you describe your fashion sense? Classic. How would your friends describe you? My friends would describe me as exotic, unavailable, working all the time, and cool. What are your hobbies? I run, I cook, I write, I collect original art, and I make YouTube videos. What is the best gift that you have ever been given? Okay, a trip to New York City to see a Willem de Kooning exhibit. He is my favorite painter of all time. That was a kick-ass birthday weekend. Okay, what is the worst gift you've ever received? That would be a tennis bracelet. I love the tennis bracelet, but it was bought with my money, but I was told that it wasn't. I still have the tennis bracelet. I love it, but just that's shady. Okay, besides necessities, what one thing could you not go a day without? My agenda, because it tells me where I have to be, where my family has to be, what's going on. We need that. List 2 pet peeves. One would be improper grammar. The other would be constantly being interrupted when I'm trying to tell people things. Uh-oh. Cats or dogs? Dogs. How many pairs of shoes do you own? Hundreds. If you were a superhero, what power would you have? The power to heal disease. Like I could just touch somebody and heal them. That's what I would do. What would you do if you won the lottery? I would pretty much do exactly what I'm doing now, except I would travel more. All right, what form of public transportation do you prefer? Air, boat, train, bus, car? I like to fly, especially private planes. What is your favorite zoo animal? I mean, the monkeys are really cute, but I would have to say lions because they're so powerful and majestic. If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be? I would change slavery because that one institution ruined the foundation of interracial relationships forever, and you can't unring the bell. If you could share a meal with any 6 individuals, living or dead, who would they be? All right, so my maternal grandfather, because he was sagacious and how do you say, he had the ability to just know things. My dad, because I miss him terribly. Thomas Edison, because he invented everything. Stephen Hawking, because I think he's amazing. God and the devil, because I have so many questions. Okay. How many pillows do you sleep with? I sleep with 2 pillows, one under my head, one between my knees because my knees are too bony and like I don't like that feeling of them touching because there's no cushion. What's the longest you've gone without sleep and why? I'm going to guess 72 hours. It may be longer, but that's when I was in surgery residency. What's the tallest building you've ever been to the top of? The Sears Tower in Chicago. I guess it's called the Willis Tower now. Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence? Come on, obviously you can have both. I'm not making that choice. How often do you buy clothes? Every day. I mean, I buy a lot of clothes. I've gotten better, and it's not as much as it used to be, but I do buy a lot of clothes. Have you ever had a secret admirer? Yes, and we'll leave it at that. What's your favorite holiday? Christmas, hands down. What's the most daring thing you've ever done? I went skydiving. It was great. I'll never do it again. What was the last thing you recorded on your DVR? Veep, like I said earlier, they are hilarious. You should watch that show. If you're one of those people who gets offended really easily, don't watch it. But if you're not, you'll love it. What was the last book you read? I read a book called 7 Brief Lessons on Physics by Carlo Rovelli. What's your favorite type of foreign food? I like all Asian foods, like any type of Asian food I love. Let's see. Are you a clean or messy person? OCD, clean, neat freak, which is very difficult when you have 2 dogs that shed so much hair and a teenage daughter. Okay, who would you want to play you in a movie of your life? She looks nothing like me, and our personalities are nothing alike, but Leslie Mann, because she is hilarious and she seems very endearing. Okay, how long does it take you to get ready in the morning? So 30 minutes, mostly because I take a shower every morning before I go to work, and that's where the bulk of my time goes, but then packing my lunch also takes a little bit of time, but 30 minutes approximately. Okay, what kitchen appliance do you use every day? There isn't. I don't always use appliances every day. I use my tea kettle almost every day to make tea in the morning. My coffee is refrigerated, so not a coffee maker. We do a lot of meal prepping, so I don't necessarily use a stove every day. Nothing. Okay. What's your favorite fast food chain? None. The next question is, what's your favorite family recipe? That would be my dad's stuffed crabs or stuffed bell peppers. The mixture that goes inside is pretty much the same. They're delicious. Also, my grandmother, so my maternal grandmother, used to make the bread for communion because my grandfather was a pastor. I wish that I had that recipe. That was the best bread ever. No, it's probably good that I don't know the recipe. Okay, next question. Do you love or hate roller coasters? I used to love roller coasters. Now they make me vomit. What's your favorite family holiday tradition? And that would be, so when I was younger, we were allowed to open presents at midnight, so we would go to sleep until midnight, and then as soon as the clock struck 12, we would get up, open presents, bake cookies, stay up all night and all day. I loved that. Okay, what is your favorite childhood memory? I had such a great childhood. I am very fortunate. It would just be the parties and the social interactions. Every Friday, Saturday, we had these parties and we would swim and eat seafood, and lots of people were there, and I got to stay up late, and it was just the best ever. What's your favorite movie? So I don't have a favorite movie, but sit me down in front of a screen that has any combination of men, metal, explosions, gunfire, aliens. So movies like Transformers, Iron Man, Thor, I'm all about it. I'm not a movie snob by any means. Okay, is your glass half full or half empty? Always half full. Do you have any tattoos? And if not, are you planning to get any? No, tattoos are not my thing. What 3 items would you take with you on a deserted island? So I would take music, however I could get it, my Rafisa, and a companion who brings the fun. Let's see, what was your favorite subject in school? Physics, no doubt. What's the most unusual thing you've ever eaten? So I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's a fruit called durian. It's like Indonesian, Malaysian fruit, and literally it smells like shit. It smells so bad. Now, if this is at all possible, it smells horrible, but tastes delicious. I swear, I don't know how those two things gel, but it's true. You freeze it, eat it, it tastes like ice cream. I don't know, but it smells so bad. No. Do you collect anything? Yes, I collect original art and shoes. Is there anything you wish would come back into fashion? Everything always comes back into fashion, so that's why I keep so much of my clothing, because I know that several years down the road I'll be able to wear it again. So I would say parachute pants. That's what I want to start wearing again. Do you guys remember those? Yeah, I'm giving away my age. Anyway, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Extrovert, definitely. Which of the 5 senses would you say is your strongest? My sense of touch, and we won't get into how I know that. Have you ever had a surprise party? Yes, more than once. Are you related to anyone famous? I think I am. Some athletes or something, but yeah. What do you do to keep fit? I eat well and I run. Does your family have a motto, spoken or unspoken? Some things are better left unsaid. If you were a ruler of your own country, what would be the first law you would introduce? Every citizen would have to have an education that resulted in some type of trade. So everyone would have to know how to do something and how to contribute, and they would have to be educated. It's so important. That's the way out of poverty. Who was your favorite teacher in school and why? That would be my 2nd grade English teacher, Miss Gremble. She was fantastic. She is the person who I credit with my grammar. What 3 things do you think of most each day? Money, my body, my dogs. If you had a warning label, what would yours say? A warning label. I would have to steal a cheesy line from a country song, because the song has been dedicated to me multiple times, and the line goes, she's heaven on the eyes, but boy, she's hell in the heart. What song would you say best sums you up? The song that I just quoted above by Eric Church. What celebrity would you like to meet at Starbucks for a cup of coffee? Ed Harris, because he was my first celebrity crush. I still think that he's so incredibly handsome. He's the first man that I remember having feelings about that I didn't understand. I have come to understand that I found him sexy. Who was your first crush? Besides the celebrity crush on Ed Harris, it would be, I've had so many crushes. I was so boy crazy when I was younger, and my first crush would be my clarinet instructor, Mr. Trout. He was so handsome. What is the most interesting thing that you can see out of your office or kitchen window? Typically in the daytime, my dogs will sit outside of my window and sun, and it's very precious. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny would you say you are? I'm a strong 9. I'm really funny. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? I don't know that I see myself. I don't know if this means physically or where do you see it? Probably doesn't mean physically, but what came to mind is in Paris, owning a pied-à-terre and speaking French all day. What was your first job? I was a camp counselor. If you could join any past or current music group, which would you join? That's tough. Earth, Wind and Fire, Steely Dan, Doobie Brothers, probably one of those, I would think. That'd be right? Yeah, that sounds good. How many languages do you speak? 1.5. English and French. Who's the most intelligent person you know? Well, I know a few really smart people, but I would say I was always most impressed with my neurosurgery attendings. They were brilliant. One in particular was so incredibly smart. Like, he knew everything about everything. It wasn't just that he knew everything about neurosurgery. You could call him on the phone and ask him about outboard motors or how to hang a door or what kind of fabric you should use for your outside seat cushions. Like, he just knew everything. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which would you be? I would be a jaguar. What is one thing you will never do again? Work so much that I miss all of my daughter's events. And we are down to the last question, and the question is, who knows you best? There are 3 people who shall remain nameless. All right, that is it. Thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe now. No.